Horror movies are supposed to be scary, but there are those that make us laugh more than scream. Which movie changed the comedy horror genre and made it so popular? Which film hilariously revisits the good old concept of the final girl? And which horror could become a new Christmas classic? Hi, I'm Tim, and you're watching Awesome Movies. In this video, you'll see the movies that are too funny to be scary. Zombieland. Woody Harrelson playing the guy who kills hundreds, if not thousands of zombies on his quest to find the last remaining Twinkie in America? Give me that! But there's more to this film. It stars Emma Stone, Jesse Eisenberg, and Abigail Breslin. And it also has a cameo from Bill Murray himself that was called the single most outrageously entertaining unexpected celebrity cameo of any film. Zombieland is full of crazy chases, awesome fights, zombie kills, as well as hilarious moments. It became so popular and successful that the filmmakers decided to make a sequel, although they waited 10 years to do it. Zombieland Double Tap was released on October 18th, and in addition to the first movie's cast, it featured Rosario Dawson and Luke Wilson. Besides, there was a surprise cameo from Bill Murray again. What We Do in the Shadows. One of the best things about this film is that it's a documentary. A fake documentary, of course, because vampires don't exist. Or do they? Anyway, What We Do in the Shadows shows us what vampires would be doing if they lived in modern times, in the most mundane circumstances. Of the 3 vampires who share an apartment in Wellington, New Zealand, 2 are played by the movie's director Jermaine Clement, who we saw in Men in Black 3, and Taika Waititi, known for directing Thor Ragnarok and Jojo Rabbit. Interestingly, most of the film was improvised. Clement and Waititi didn't give a script to anyone in the crew or cast, just to keep things spontaneous. The critics and audience love the film, so much that it now has its own TV series spin-off that you can watch on FX if you'd like to see the most relatable group of vampires ever. Even more hilarious but scary horrors are yet to come, so stay tuned. Happy Death Day. Want to see something that was dubbed Groundhog Day meets Scream? Then this slasher comedy film is for you. It's about a college girl who gets killed on her birthday, only to relive the day again and again until she manages to solve the murder and save her own life. Even though it's quite the familiar premise, I mean the time loop of course, the film received positive reviews. Jessica Rothe, who played the main role, said that she loved being part of the Groundhog Day horror scenario. I think it's an amazing structure for a film, Jessica shared with Den of Geek. Its sequel came out this year and was called Happy Death Day to You. The second installment is even less scary, but it still provides a lot of comic relief for those who like to laugh during horrors. Krampus. Never ever lose the Christmas spirit, especially if you don't want a monster to come after you. You don't believe it can happen? Well, the Engel family also didn't, but the titular demonic creature Krampus terrorized them and made them realize that all the fairy tales are actually true. But before then, they had to survive through lots of dreadful but funny moments. And let's not forget the attacks from the ridiculous demonic toys when hell broke loose. Looks like Christmas isn't always the most wonderful time of the year. According to Michael Dougherty, who directed the film, he always wanted to make a scary Christmas movie. The idea for Krampus came to him when he received an e-card from his friends with the creature on it, and the director said it was love at first sight. I guess only time will tell if he has created a new Christmas classic. The Final Girls. Do you know who the final girl is? It's a trope in horrors and slasher films that refers to the last female character who's the only one to survive the killer's attacks. Lots of iconic horrors have followed this trend, including Scream, Halloween, Alien, and A Nightmare on Elm Street. In The Final Girls, the notion is discussed yet again, but differently this time. In this film, a group of friends find themselves in an 80s slasher film, Camp Bloodbath, and they have to find a way to get out of there without being killed. How do they do it, you ask? Simple. They have to find the final girl, the one who survives the whole thing, and stick with her. But it's not who they think it is at first. If you want to watch a slasher movie full of genre cliches that at the same time feels refreshing, then The Final Girls is your choice. And it'll give you a lot of laughs too. I'm sure you're wondering, why did this horror comedy genre become so popular? Who started the trend? Keep watching to find out at the end of the video. Shaun of the Dead. Inspired by Dawn of the Dead and other horror classics, this film is about a salesman portrayed by Simon Pegg who thinks that a breakup with his girlfriend is the end of the world, until the real end of the world begins. 15 years after its release, Shaun of the Dead still holds up as a bloody good movie, with emphasis on the word bloody, of course, that gives you a good portion of British humor. American critic Roger Ebert gave it an evaluation better than anyone else. He said, instead of focusing on the undead and trying to get the laughs there, it treats the living characters as sitcom regulars, whose conflicts and arguments keep getting interrupted by annoying flesh eaters. It's like combining a zombie apocalypse in Friends, or The Big Bang Theory or The Office. I wonder how that would look. I mean, don't you? Beetlejuice. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the movie that popularized the funny scare genre and made it so awesome. It's over 30 years old now, yet it is still loved by most horror fans all over the world for showing us how we can be entertained and scared by one and the same movie. We have to thank the one and only Tim Burton for it. Beetlejuice was the second film he directed, while Michael Keaton, Alec Baldwin, and Gina Davis were the lead actors. If you forgot or haven't seen it, here's a quick reminder. In this film, a couple of ghosts' house becomes haunted by the living. The ghosts try everything to scare the stupid humans away, but nothing works. So to get some help, they summon Beetlejuice, a bioexorcist who banishes the living from the places that belong to the dead. But they soon come to regret their decision. Have you seen any of these movies? Did they scare you or did you laugh instead? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and stay awesome. Thanks for watching!